is Thursday, and guess what? We're gonna have a pop-up coin roll hunt. And I told the young men at Dollar General that I'd give them a shout out. There's a couple of young men at Dollar General. They were getting their penny bank, busting it open. They were getting the change out, counting it, and I thought it was pretty cool that they were very knowledgeable about the coins. Like they understood that the copper, what the copper was doing, the toning on the copper, the fact that they were looking for different dates before they sold me the change, so they were very knowledgeable for their age, and I was very impressed with that. So hopefully they get a chance to watch this video later with their mom. And big shout out to her because them young men are they're on their way to knowledge, and they know more than a lot of adults I know. 2016, meanwhile, I bought all their change that they got out their piggy bank. So they go turn it into some cool stuff. Meanwhile, we're going to go through that change plus some bankrolls and see what we can find. Of course, we're going to keep anything that's more than face value, meaning that we're going to look for errors, key dates, different things like that. Of course, we're going to look for silver in the bankrolls. The young men didn't have any silver, but we're going to look again and make sure. I'm 99% sure that I checked it all really good for them because I was hoping they had silver so that we could discuss the value of money. And the one young man was smart enough that he told me right away. He said, "Did you know money used to be made out of silver?" I told him, "Yes, I do." I said, "That's what we're looking for. We're going to look through these coins." So I helped them look through their coins there before they sold them to me and made sure there wasn't any silver. And we did get a lot of copper, though. I thought they might have had an old 1800s coin or an early 1900s coin, but we didn't find it. Just looking through the coins. If we find it when we're searching through them, then what we'll do is we'll save it until we hear from them here on YouTube. 2020, is it a W? Nope, it's a Denver. So on the 2019s and 2020s, you want to look for a W mint mark right there where that D's at. Most of them have a D or a P. You want to find the W. The W's are worth money on the 2019s, 2020s. Just information y'all want to know if you're looking through your coins. Here we go. Next one's up is going to be 2007 Philadelphia. Nothing special about that one. 10 cents. We got a 23 Denver. Nothing special about that one, but it's still a cent. We saved the cents aside just because, apparently they ain't accepting them no more. They ain't doing nothing with them no more. I don't know what's going on. We live in a senseless world now. That's amazing, ain't it? 2001. 2001. These are all zinc. They're copper colored, but they're really zinc material, which is a very dirty metal. It's like a combination of all the junk metals mixed together. That's how they get it. Terrible thing to make coins out of. They don't last very long. For example, 2003, more wear on it than, I'm going to say this one right here, is copper 1971. That 1971 copper cent's been around since 71. Looks better than the one that was made in 2000 something. It's crazy. It's because they're made out of zinc. So what we do with these awesome ones like this, though, is we gotta save this, right? 71 copper, we put it aside. 91, looking like it could have been copper and wasn't, just old looking. So you also want to look for the San Francisco mint marks, which are going to be an S mint mark. That one's obviously a D, which means Denver mint. 2000D. 2008. We got a lot of Denvers here in Oklahoma. Here in Oklahoma, we get a lot of Denvers. It's just, that's the way it is because of where we're located at. We're always going to be heavy on the Denver side, I reckon. '97, 2000 Denver, 98, 69 Copper. Set the Copper side. You guys know me. If I don't like the way they look, I'll save them long enough and I will melt them down. There is a lot of uses for copper. Just saying. Zinc. Come on. Give us something good. Let's find something good in here, yo. 2015 zinc. You know what, though? If nothing else, I got to put a smile on the young man's face. They got to watch and learn something about some coins. And maybe they'll get to watch us on here and they'll learn something from the videos and have some fun collecting their coins. So that's the important part, right? Keeping the hobby alive. Now today they got excited about their coins. They're going to be saving them things from now on. They were already saving them before. Now they're going to be like, hold up now we know what we got to look for. 92. 2017. Whoa. 2019. That's the same. Man, what is the date on that? Why does it look so? It looked so disheveled. Then I looked at the date and it made complete sense. I was like, oh my goodness, it's been cabobulated. Okay, here we go. 2020, 2017, 1982. Now, in 1982, y'all, they made 7 different types of cent. 7 different types. 2 of those types are copper. Okay? I don't have time to weigh it, measure it, go through it, deal with it. Those just get kicked back. All y'all that want to weigh stuff, one day when I'm dead and gone, you can go through all my cents and you can weigh those things and see what they are. Okay? I ain't got time for it right now. So the 82s, we just kick them back. 81 and down, we count as copper and we take it and keep it. 70 copper, we'll take it. There's another one. Could be a 66 copper, we'll take it. I like copper cents because, well, no. Copper has a lot of good uses. That's all I can say. Meanwhile, y'all, check out my posted videos. You guys got to be looking at the videos I post. I post them for you guys, you know what I mean? You guys and gals out there need to watch those videos. On the community post, when I post a video, it might have something important on it. So I suggest you, men and women, you adults, go check out the video that I posted on the community page a little while ago. Just saying. Information that is useful and important, okay? That young lady's going to sit there and assemble the whole thing for you so that you can learn, okay? And if she can do it, you can do it. That's the moral of the story. So I reposted the video so it'll stay live on YouTube a little bit longer. Because we know they like to get rid of good content. They don't want y'all to learn something. Well, it's a beautiful looking 84. If it had the floating roof, then it'd be kind of cool, but no, you see where the roof is connected. Floating roof means there's no side there touching on the roof. Makes it look like the roof's kind of floating in there. That doesn't have it though, but it is pretty looking for an 84. For an old zinker. What do we got here? Now the young man was very interested in this one. We couldn't tell what it was. That's going to be a 2000D. Choo, how in the world are you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Choo choo. How's life treating you, Choo? Choo, I'm going through some coins. There's these young men that just happened to be at Dollar Tree whenever I was at Dollar Tree. And I seen them over there with the piggy bank, man. They were busting open the piggy bank. They were dumping out the change. They were going shopping. So I told them, I said, hey, before you give that to the cashier, I'd like to buy all your change. I said, I'll go with it. I'll go through it with you. And if you have any silver, I'll hook you up. Look at there. 2025 Denver. Allegedly the last year of the circulated cent. Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to say allegedly, Chew. Because they done made more since then, right? I don't know. I don't know. 1995. Chew, hit the thumbs up. Y'all do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm out. The more people that hit the thumbs up, the more awesome people show up to hang out with us. All right, let me pick up these cents and put the zinkers in the zinc bag, which was 99% of them. But that's good. It's about keeping the hobby alive and passing on the knowledge. So there you go. Sometime. And I've still got a pocket full from them and a bag order. We got plenty more to go through, I'm telling you. They had some change saved up, y'all. So we hooked them up. They got the hookup. Oh, man. Now what we got to do is bag this stuff up. I got change coming out everywhere over here. I got change in both pockets. I got bags full of change. We were bagging up change in Dollar Tree bags. I don't know. Then we'll get down to some bankrolls here in a bit, y'all. We will get to some bankrolls, I promise. I want to go through this we got from these young men because they were nice enough to let us get them from them, and that's always a blessing. Never a bad thing when someone allows you to go ahead and get some change from them nowadays, because, boy, I'll tell you, banks be tight with the change sometimes. Some of them act like, you'd think they was having to make it. Although one of my banks today blessed me and hooked me up with some $50 rolls. That's pretty cool. We're going to crack those open too, so we get anything cool. See if we get anything cool in the $50 rolls. That'd be awesome. If you don't know what a $50 is, it's these big coins right here that's got JFK on them. They're bigger coins. Look how big that sucker is, huh? Hey, JFK. They're 50 cent. 50-cent pieces. Now on dimes, quarters, you want to see if it's 64 or older. If it says 64 on the date or older, then it is 90% silver. If it is a US coin. If it's a dime or a quarter. Just saying. Or a $50. Let's see here. Still got more in my pocket. We gotta get all these out of my pocket, you. I'm telling you. We're going through the change today. Knock out the dimes, quarters, nickels, whatever else is in here. Not cents. There's a lot of cents. There's a lot of cents. We're gonna keep those back. Go through them. Okay, there we go. Let's check out these dimes real quick, see what we got. Yeah, we got 2016, seen better days. We got another 2016. It's better days. It's a little rough. 88. In better shape than the 2016. See what I told you? It's crazy, man. 2005. All right, there we go. Nothing in those ones. That's okay. Sweep them off in the bucket. They join the bucket with the other change, Chew. All right, here we go. Let's go through the cents. 22, not a keeper. It's a zinker. 2,000 zinker. 2,000 zinker. 2004 zinker. 21 zinker. 90 zinker. 87 zinker. 80 copper. 86 zinker. 2001 zinker. 17 zinker. 79 copper. 19 zinker. 20 zinker. 91 zinker. 99 zinker. By the way, y'all, we got a What Night show tonight. We're going to be selling ball cards and coins. So if you guys are interested, come by. That'd be awesome. Love to hang out with you. Love to see you over there on What Not. Like I said, you can come hang out. You don't have to buy anything. You can just come hang out and watch the fun. We have a good time. 83. 2006. 91. 99. 78 copper, and we'll melt that one. Look how beat up it is. It is wore up from the floor up. But it is copper, so we'll melt that mother sucker and give it a new life. 2006. 6. 82 zinker. 20. 76. 13. I shouldn't call the 82 zinkers because they might not be zinc all the way. But we're going to call them test dummies, okay? We'll call them test dummies. I believe that's an 81 Kappa. Tell, as the young man said, by the toning on it, by the way it's oxidized and turning green. He told me that. He's pretty smart, I'm telling you. He knew that. I don't know if some adults know that. Here we go. Sinkers, come on now, give us some copper again. Oh, 17. Yeah, I got it from most of the rest of these sinkers. There's a little, they might have had a pet on it. I don't know. I think they might have had a pet. Got little pet fuzzies here and there. It's all good. Some of this change came from stopping and getting food, buying stuff at the store, so no telling where the other little fun things come from. 2,000. Now 2,000. Let's find something good. There's a copper. Copper. 2005, I don't know where the little white hair comes from, y'all. You know, I don't have pets in the house. It's got to be out to change. Just happens. Happens when you get change. You get little things stick with the change, right? Everybody hit that thumbs up. It won't bite you, I promise. Chu went all speechless on us. He came in and said, "Oh man, there's people lurking." He said, "No one's talking to me. I'm running." So, copper on the 75. 2003 looking all nice, but zinced up. It's a shame that they took it away, and then they took it away. They really took it away now. How do you think the guy feels that paid like $1 million for that last cent last year? 100 and some thousand or whatever it was. Too much. Then since then, it made more sense this year. It's probably like, hold up, man, that ain't right. That ain't right. You can't do that. I mean, I don't know. I'd have been mad. Seems kind of shady. U.S. Mint be like, yep, they're going to sell this one for a whole lot of money. People all around the world bidding on it. And then the next year, they make a new one. Then they make it the most expensive set you gotta buy ever in the history of coins. Fresh from the mint, the most expensive one ever. Oh man, crazy. Alright, so we found some coppers. Okay. So y'all, we've still got a bag sitting here with changing it from these young men. Oh my goodness. I feel like we need to go through it all. We're going to go through it all. All right. We emptied my pockets. So now we got to empty this bag. Miss Indra filled up her pockets. And then couldn't get in the vehicle because the change is going to fall out of her pants. So we relieved the squirrel and took the chain and put it in a Dollar Tree bag. All right, here we go. We're gonna go through here and take the coins out. That's not cents, right? Nickel, not a keeper. Quarter, not a keeper. Dime, not a keeper. Nickel, not a keeper. 1 year off from silver, 1965. Had that have been 1964, then you wouldn't be able to see that copper on the edge. And if it had been in 64, you wouldn't have seen that copper. It would have been silver. If it was 1 year older, if it was in 1964, it would have been 90% silver. 1 year off. So now y'all know if it says 64 or older, then it is silver. If it's a dime or a quarter or a $50. Food for thought, right? 2004. We got the 2005 with the buffalo on it, I'm sure, yeah. She wants the old buffalo. We like them old buffaloes. Yeah, them older coins, right, you? Y'all don't be bashful. You can say hi to everybody where it says talk in chat. You can type it. If you're watching on TV, then I don't know how to tell you to talk in chat because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. I tried to do it before, and I've got a smart TV, and it's smarter than I am, so I don't know. I give up on it. On the smart TV, all I can do on YouTube is just watch. I can't talk. which for me sometimes is a good thing because I get a big mouth. You probably get tired of hearing me talk anyways. Probably like, man, I'll be glad when he has silent streams and doesn't talk. Let me know if you want me to be quiet. I get it. Oh my goodness, look here. One of the reasons I gave them a couple of I gave them maybe a couple dollars more than what they had in change. Because the young man thought that he had one that was from 18 something. But what he has here is a 1953 wheat cent, which is copper. It's a common date, but still copper and very cool. So very cool. It's our first wheat cent find of the day. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Alright, we're going to take this other change and dump it off in the bucket over there. Wheat cents like that normally go for 3 or 4 cents a piece, so it is like 3 times its weight in money, so that's a good thing. Like I said, that's why we blessed them with a little extra, because I have a feeling we might find a wheatie or two in here. And the coppers, I'm gonna melt them down if they're not nice looking, and I'll turn them into something. So that means I'll make money off of it. I bought some of these little glass vials. I'm gonna do silver and gold inside the vials and be selling these on Whatnot. So you guys check it out. We can sell some over here too, but you guys just gotta let me know. We just need to know what you want to do, when you want to do it. $20, $88, $07, $05, $19, $18, $16, $80 copper, $72 copper, $05 zinc, $21 zinc, $05 zinc. You notice I slide these different directions because the copper I'm keeping up here, the zinc goes in a bag. And right now I'm keeping them because they're cents. And, apparently no one else is accepting them, so I'm just going to take them all. I'm dead and gone. They're going to just find a big old pile of cents. MJ will be in cent heaven. She'll be like, holy cow. She is the cent queen, so there you go. Should be set with cents. We'll have enough cents. Should be able to swim around in them at this point. She got me a Batman bag a while back. I done filled up that whole thing. Rolls of cents that ain't even been searched from the bank. It don't take a few $100s in cents. It looks like a bunch. You get $1,000 worth of cents, it looks like a whole lot, right? Holy cow, what the heck? Fort Knox of cents. $2006. Well, let's go. Let's find something. 77 copper. About zigged when I should have zagged. 74 copper. Have to get the zigzag on there. 23 zinker. 85 zinker in disguise is one of the spy ones. 2003. 77 copper. 95. 2011. 80 copper. Zinker 2015. 93 Zinker. 41 copper, and it's a Wheaties, second one of the day. Cha-ching, 2 Wheaties. So each one of them Wheaties is worth at least 3 cents a piece in my book. So there you go. So that's 2 coins. Them 2 coins there are worth 6 cents between the 2 of them. That's not bad, not bad. And 79. And 96, 96. There's a lot of 96 in there. What was mine? One of them. Might be somebody's B-Day or something. 2006. A lot of 6s in the numbers. Let's get this bag out over here and see what we got. Get these things loaded up. Load them up. Hey. Anybody in here? Hey, everybody, where are you from? Let me know in the chat. I live in Oklahoma City. I live in the suburb of Oklahoma City, Edmond. So Oklahoma City, yeah. Anybody else in the Oklahoma City area? South side, light it up. Southwest side, let's say that. Southwest side, light it up. Oh, did y'all hear all that change just hit the floor? Because I just tore a hole in the bag and dumped most of it in the floor. Ah, what a mess. What a mess we have got here, folks. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Change everywhere. Oh, somewhere in the bag, though. It's on the floor and on the table and everywhere. It's everywhere. That was the sound of me dumping money every place just then. Holy cow. All right, well. Holy cow. I don't know. Let me get the biggest part of this picked up. We'll get the big coins. We'll deal with the rest of it later. I'll sweep it up or something. I'll get the bigger coins and we'll sweep up the rest of it later. It's a lot of change in the floor here. $2. Definitely a few dollars. Oh boy. Yep, that figures I'd dump it out on the house. Alright. Alright, I'm working on it here. There's another quarter and stuff over here. Okay. Another quarter there, another quarter here. Here we go. What the heck? Well, let's drop that one again. Alright. Here we go. Accidents happen. It happens. Especially with me. I'm an accident-prone person. Shit happens. Stuff happens. My bad. Sorry. Pardon my French. Stuff happens. 99. $87 Zinker. Even though it looked like it could have been copper, it was not. 91. There's a dime. 2007. 73 copper. 2012 zinc. 98 zinc. 97 zinc. 2005 zinc. 95 zinc. 82 zinc. Regular nickel. Regular nickel. Regular dime. Zinc. 76 nickel. I was told that was a good year to be alive. I don't know. Have to ask somebody that was alive that year. 21. 14. 90. 95. 82. 2006. 23. 12. 79 copper. Glad to see the copper. 14. 85. 15. 75. 82 hike. 15. Feel like I'm calling off football calls. 85. 15. 17. Philadelphia. 2007. 2003. 81 copper. 71 copper. In 2017. 20. 86 copper. 83 zinc or 93 zinc. 2002. Denver on the quarter. Another Denver on the quarter. 81 copper. 97 zinc. 18 on the dime. 17 on the nickel. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. 72 on the quarter. 98 on the cent. 82 zinker. We're going to call it a zinker anyways. Quarter with a Denver on it. Denver. 11 on the cent. 2000 cent. 89 nickel. 2009 cent. One of the Lincoln memorials. Always good to see those. Always good to see those. Those are cool. Those are cool. We'll take those. You know why? Because those are really copper. Really copper scent there. We'll keep that one. We like those. We like our 2009s just because the only thing they made good that year was the scent. Right? I mean, there might have been some people born that was good too. Just saying. I don't know. Wasn't trying to say that. Sounded way worse. Now all of a sudden all the trolls are coming and be like, what'd he say? What did he say? Should we hang him for it today? They think I said something wrong at the lunch mob out. I'll be getting phone calls from idiots. I didn't do it. No. 2002. Copper. Copper on the 81 and 17. 72. 2005. And the dime looking fine. Nothing on that one. 85 Zinker. Nothing on the 2012. Nothing on the 2015. 17. 17 on that one also. 17 a popular number right now. 17 again on that one. Interesting. 17's popping up here. We had 2006 looking clever. Looking clever, but it's a Zinker 99. 76 copper. Copper years. Oh, nickel. Plain old nickel. 17. Plain old nickel. It's okay though. Every nickel counts when they add up. You save them all. Those cents add up. Every one of the nickels add up. They all add up. Right, Chew? Chew says darn right. 2017. 96. 17. 10. 4. 10-4. Huh, CB talk. And 11. All right, let's get these Zinkers picked up. Put them in a bag, get them off the table. Then we'll scoop up the nickels, dimes, and quarters, get them off the table, get them in a bag, and then we'll scoop up the coppers. We'll look at the copper cents and the wheat cents that we have. Talk about those a little bit, and then we're going to open up some bank rolls. Got quite a few rolls of nickels we can be opening up to look for war nickels, look for buffalo nickels, look for V nickels. Found a V nickel yesterday, I believe it was, searching. Yeah. Yep, yesterday we found a 1901 V-nickel. See, that's an old coin there. Okay. All right, let's get the cents. Change it off of there. The nickels and dimes. Nickels and dimes and quarters are mine. Hey, Opal Rose, how you doing? Searching coins that I got from some young men at Dollar Tree today. They had a piggy bank they were busting open with all their change. I have to ask their mom. I say, Mom, can I buy the change? I said, get me to cash that out. But first off, let me look at it with you to see if you got some stuff in there that might be worth more than just money, silver. So we did that. We didn't find any silver, but we have found a couple of wheat cents, so that's cool. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying blessed, staying strong, living your best life, however you're living it, I hope. It's my hope for everybody every day, really, right? There you go. I'm doing all right. Can't complain. If I did, it wouldn't pay the bills, so it don't matter, right? If complaining paid the bills, I'd probably complain. It just don't pay the bills though, so don't do no good to complain. Let me get these cents all scooped up over there everywhere. All copper. You got quite a few little coppers from there, probably about 20 coppers it looks like in total. 2 of which are Wheaties, 1 of which was a commemorative. So that's pretty cool. Nothing from the 1800s yet. They thought they had something from the 1800s. We're going to keep looking. If they do, we're going to send it to them. We'll be like, send us an mailing address, we'll slip it to you. I want to see it, whatever it might be. But it looks like we're not going to see it tonight because I didn't find it. I think that was it for right now. We've got a few more, but we'll search them in another stream because, well, I can only look through that so long sitting in this position, y'all. So we're going to crack open some nickel rolls and look through those. We got about another 10 minutes left on the air here. And hang with us till then, right? We're only on for about an hour at a time or so. Just because of health reasons. Meanwhile, get over to Whatnot. Be following us on Whatnot. It's JC Silver and Gold. Absolutely free to follow. There's already shows up over there. Bookmark them. That way you don't miss them. We do a lot more shows on Whatnot than we do YouTube. But we do YouTube at least twice a week. This week seems like we're going to do it 3 or 4 times maybe. Just because we're in search of these new coins from 2026. Obviously, y'all keep every one of them fun. Okay? That in mind, let's look for the 2026s. Let's look for the war nickels. Let's look for something cool. Here we go. We're rolling nickels. Let's get it. Get it. Bam, bam. How's the Opal Rose been doing today? Bam, bam. Come on. Not allowed to play music on Whatnot. It's not me on YouTube, so I get over here and start singing myself. On Whatnot, I always got music playing. I can't sing well, but I still try. I don't dance well either, but I try. I do your job in a chair. Denver. Nothing there. They duped us on that one. Let's see here. What do we get? Shiny 19. Not shiny enough. not what we wanted. 76, not old enough. It was born in 76, it just ain't old enough. Wait, it's plenty old enough now. 41. Are you considering that? I don't know. I don't. I'm not. Yeah. It's kind of one of them things that's between me and that person. I haven't decided one way or another. I'm always open to ideas and open to things, but yeah, I haven't. It's not something I've decided on one way or another. A lot of details that would have to be worked out, a lot of stuff. But yeah. I've been more focused on doctors, man. I spent most of my day at the hospital today, Opal Rose, so I've got a lot going on in life. I try to be involved as much as I can in the streaming and business end of things, but I got a lot going on. Or you can, oh yeah. I told my friend with MS, he looked at me like I was nuts. What, you told him that he could be doing this? It's because people give up, man. You gotta tell your friend not to be a give upper. You're gonna have to get up off his ass and do stuff. If you're a give upper, stuff will whoop you. You can't be a give upper, you gotta go do stuff. You know what I mean? Tell your friend you just can't be a give upper. You can't give up. You're gonna have to go do stuff. I make myself do stuff every day, man. I set goals, you know what I mean? And it's, I mean, it's not for everybody. Some people would rather, this is the deal. I know this, Opal Rose. MS comes with a whole lot of pain. Comes with pain that is unexplainable sometimes. And this is coming from a man that's been shot, stabbed, literally ran into by cars. Yeah. So I ain't never dealt with anything that feels like this. You hear me? So maybe your friend's way of dealing with it is just to be at home, medicated, and comfortable, and that's how some people want to spend the last of their time. You know what I mean? I myself, I'm gonna keep pushing myself, and I'd rather hurt and keep being able to walk, even though I walk funny. I would rather be able to do that than to be in a wheelchair and just give up. You know what I mean? So I would just talk to your friend. Be there for them. That's all you can do, right? You can't make them do anything, but be there for them. Just as somebody that is dealing with the disease of MS, I know that the more pain to evaluate. Yeah. It is, and that's exactly what most people would say, right? Why would I subjectify myself to more pain? And I do. I'm Opal Rose. I'm hurting so bad right now. I can feel it in my voice. Y'all can probably hear it in my voice. I'm hurting so stinking bad right now today. I have been since before I started this stream. So doing the streams takes my mind off the pain. You hear me? But today being in this position is really not great on me. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things, you know. Yeah, I probably will after I'm done here, but I've got a job to do. See, I still got to work to pay bills, man. You know, I mean, I was put on Social Security disability, and it wasn't enough to pay the bills. So I've worked. I keep working. I have to in order to keep things going. Because yeah, for one, insurance don't pay for the medication the right way. So anyways, if I wasn't working, I wouldn't be able to stay alive. That's the bottom line. Right off camera. Oh yeah. I mean, dude. Only reason I'm not gonna show you something is because I think there might be some kids in here that I met at Dollar Tree today, and I don't want to be a bad influence. Come over to Whatnot. I'll show it to you lit up. I don't care. I'd show it to you. I don't care. I mean, I did ask the doctor that day. I'm like, y'all ask me that every time. I was like, the answer to do you smoke marijuana is always going to be yes. It's been yes since I was 9 years old. I don't know that it'll ever change. I'm not suggesting any other 9-year-olds start smoking marijuana. It might not be the best thing for you. Just saying. But I'm just saying for me, it's like, yeah. Yeah, that would suck too. I mean, I guess I imagine that's not good. I gave up on even, I don't know, man. I have a whole outpatient surgery coming up on the 22nd. I'm really looking forward to. I have so much stuff going on that, I don't know. I would really be surprised if like B&M was able to work with my schedule to put me on a team with anybody just because I have to work around doctors and shit daily. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, now the medical staff has put signs up all over the hospital talking about don't be streaming, don't be using. I went live and showed y'all some of it, right? I don't know what the heck. Ooh. Having both hips. Not good, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what that feels like, but I know that, I know that when your hips and legs are messed up, it's a bad thing. I know that. All I can say is keep working at it, man. You need a workout partner. I'm usually up at about 6:30 in the morning. It's when I start working out my legs and start trying to figure out how I'm going to move. Oh, I can imagine. Mine feels like they're doing something all the time. I don't know what they're doing. Not good, buddy. Not good. Well, definitely keeping you in my thoughts. We appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us for certain. Hold on a second. I gotta get something to drink, y'all, real quick. Gotta get some water in me. All right, little H2O. We needed that. I've done the physical therapy. Yeah, you gotta keep doing it, man. Next step is elective surgery. Well, good luck with that. You know what I did? I kept pushing these doctors in Missouri and everywhere else to keep cutting on my legs to work on them because I had gunshot wound. It just wasn't right because I went to Mexico instead of going to the doctors in the U.S. because, that was the thing to do. And yeah, so then I kept having these doctors. I kept making them work on my leg, even though they kept saying, "Oh, you probably shouldn't do it. We're cutting through muscle and we're cutting through scar." And yeah, I know. And I did all that so many times. At the end of the day, it messed me up more. And at the end of the day, I have MS, and MS was what was messing up my leg, and I just didn't know I had MS at the time. So just imagine that I was making doctors work on something they couldn't fix because, there's nothing they could do. Probably the worst patient in the world because I ain't very patient. I was like, "Hey, I want you to fix me and fix me now." MJ has been with me to the doctor before. If insurance don't cover it, just tell me how much it's going to cost. I'll go get the money. Don't ask questions. Just tell me how much it's going to cost. I'm that guy. Like, don't be real inquisitive about where the money come from. Just give me a number. You give me a number, I'll have a goal. I'll go get that number. And then we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Opal, if 10 or 15 grand is going to keep you walking, it's worth it, right? I mean, to me, it is. I guarantee you, I've spent more than that to keep walking. You know what I mean? On surgeries and everything else, way more than 10 or 15,000. Probably way more than 100,000. At least 100,000, if not more. Just that I've paid for. I can't imagine how much insurance paid for at different times. So yeah, it adds up, man. I'll wait till it pops out of socket. Then insurance will be forced to pay for it. Oh, the hell no. Heck no. Sorry, pardon the French. Heck no, Opal Rose. That sounds like a suck. That's a sucky plan, buddy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, though. I've been some shit in my life that I've had to suck it up. So, I mean, I get it, Just don't hurt yourself. High pain tolerance, I get it. But sometimes your body just shuts down when you get so much pain. That's what I figured out. I got a really high tolerance for pain. Like, pain turns me on. But the pain I'm in now don't turn me on. It's starting to become dead to that. I don't know. But my body, I used to have my body and mind trained to where pain turned me on. So it took a lot to hurt me because all it did was turn me on. I was a terrible person to get in a fight with. I still am. because you can't hurt me enough to hurt me. You know what I mean? You can hurt me enough to make me laugh at you. That usually hurts people's feelings. I had a dude break my jaw one time in a fight, and I still laughed at him with half my jaw hanging off my face. I'm not. I got a pretty high tolerance for pain. Because I went through a lot of pain when I was younger, and I turned it into something else. I learned how to change that at a very young age. $78. All right, we're gonna find something, man. We done searched all the coins these awesome kids from Dollar Tree done found for me today and brought in a bag. I appreciate you youngsters. Keep on finding them coins. Keep on looking for them. Meanwhile, Opal Rose, here we go. We got a little treat for everyone. A little treat. Hey, MJ Squirrel, how you doing? God bless MJ. Y'all should throw her a prayer and a thank you because my silly ass, look here. We's done at the hospital, doctor's office, everything else today. She has to go from there straight to her other job. Like, she just goes straight to work. I'm so late, I'm doing 60 and a 35 trying to get here. I don't know, man. I don't know how she holds it together. Hey, MJ, let's see what's in one of these $50 rolls. This mother sucker's all shiny. I don't know. I'm going to make this other bank take it tomorrow. They ain't gonna have no choice because I'm putting it in there. Being way used to stress, yeah. Way used to stress, yeah. I'm sure. Look here. You know, living around me's got to be stressful, right? I mean, geez, God bless. I'm a whole mess. Not even like a little. Here we go. Look at that, just $50 roll from the bank. They only allowed me to get 2. They got me on a restriction like my damn doctor. You know what I mean? Everybody's got these limits for me in life now. I'm allowed 2 rolls of coins at a time. It's crazy, man. It's like upside down world I'm living in. Bicentennial. We'll keep that one just because it's a bicentennial. 2002. 2024, nothing special about that guy. I don't see any of the fancy new ones. I'm a little disappointed, y'all. I want the fancy new ones. There's another bicentennial. We'll keep the bicentennial just because we want the fancy new ones. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? $74. 76 bicentennial. That looks like it might have got hit with a hammer a few times. I don't know if I want to save that one or not. I don't know if we want to save that or not. I guess we can. I guess we can. It'll be all right. Another bicentennial. I mean, just bicentennial day. I don't know though that I like the looks of all of this. We'll see. Here's a nice looking bicentennial. Look at that one there. Shiny, shiny. Ooh, that's a nice looking one there. We'll keep that one. We ain't got another tricentennial. They hid those motherfuckers, didn't they? Look at here. We got bicentennial on that one there. We'll keep that one too. Whoa, is that double inside the 6? Oh, I don't know. Keep a look at it again. All the rest of those big boys go back in the bin. Now here's where the bag gets heavy. Still doing it. I'm playing. I don't know what the heck that is. What's I don't know what that is, man. I can't even say that word. Mahagaton, Mahahaha. I don't know. How do you say that? Somebody pronounce that for me. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Old time match game. Title match game. Oh, okay. Playing the old title match game. He said, there you go. He said they're doing some title match. They're doing some, I don't know what the heck that even means. My young. Oh, okay. That's some Chinese stuff, some anime. It's got to be some anime stuff. It sounds like I don't know. I know some Koreans and some Philippines and some. So I know a little Tagalog and a little. What the heck? What we got here? No, just have to match pairs of two. Oh, okay. I thought you were. I don't know, man. Kids nowadays, they play that stuff. It sound like my grandparents or my parents or somebody be like, I don't know, man. You got that music, you can't understand nothing to say. You got the games, I don't know, man. The world of Minecraft, and damn, man. What? It's like get outside and use your body. Stop trying to sit inside and use your mind. One day they'll be trapped and they won't be able to use their body right, and they'll be like, damn, now this sucks. My grandparents played it. Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it, man. My grandparents, look here, man. Like I flunked out of second grade because I didn't play in recess. You hear me? My grandparents didn't play no games except for some Uno or some dominoes. You hear me? We would have Uno night and domino night. And you didn't want to mess around with them nights. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They didn't play no games. You hear me? That was the only games they played. And they were very serious about them games. We went over to their friends' house, or their friends would come over to their house, and they sit down at the table and they played the games. Usually there might be a fight before it was all over with. There'd be some cussing and hollering. And then there'd be some laughing and some good times. There might be some, I don't know, there was some stuff. You hear me? Games is a whole different ball game back then. They did not play the same kind of games that you're talking about, I'm sure. They were very serious about their games. You would have thought Uno was a blood sport, you hear me? What the hell? What was the other one they were always trying to play where you got to have all the... Yeah, anyways, I don't know, man. They made me to where I didn't even like cards. Until I got to prison, then I played a lot of poker. Then I learned some other things in life. I was like, okay, well, here we go. I'm really good at counting cards. I learned how to win, you know. I don't even mess around in casinos. Oh man, it was developed in China in the 18. Oh no. Opal Rose, God bless you, but no, I guarantee you, if it was made in China or Japan, my grandparents didn't buy it. It was never at their house. They never played it. They're the kind of people, they looked at the tags on shit. And if it said made in Japan or China, they'd be like, all them communist bastards ain't getting none of my money. I mean, we would do without, you hear me? I don't know. At the end of my grandpa's time, he finally started buying things here and there at Walmart because there wasn't no place else. But prior to that, they were very strong into it need to be American made. Like, they would be, I mean, they would flip out nowadays. So I can 100% guarantee that they didn't have none of that. Because if it said made in China or Japan, their folks wasn't getting it. The tiles make when they are shuffled. Yep. Oh, a nod to the bird like crackling sun. Oh, I got you. Pretty neat. I don't see my grandparents ever playing any kind of game like that. I don't, Seeing how I lived with them, I don't see them ever playing that kind of game. You hear me? Like they weren't just my grandparents. Like I lived with them. They helped raise me. And I'm pretty sure that some of the games I played was the games they had when they were kids because they were like made out of wood and steel and some more stuff. Customer, good luck, MJ. Go knock them dead. Make lots of money. We need you to make the $1,000,000 club tonight. We need to get the money made. Go make that money. Ah. Everybody clap for MJ. We need this customer to spend a bunch of money. Spend a bunch of money. No. MJ is currently at the shop working. She's a hard worker. Probably too hard a worker. There we go. Do we got the Black Beauty? What year is this? Now, there's some of these nickels that are expensive because they're the Black Beauty. I don't think that's it though. I think someone tried to make this one look like a Black Beauty. I don't think it was. I think that's old doo-doo brown. I don't know what that is. That ain't what we was looking for. Meanwhile, coins are very dirty, y'all. Notice I'm wearing a glove, at least on one hand. The other hand, I'm going to scrub it real good too before I ever touch anything else. You end up with some bacteria from, I don't know where it came from. Could come from anywhere, but it ain't good. Okay, what do we got here? So, while we're discussing things, here's what y'all should be working on. My 60-year-old aunt puts my level to shame. There you go. I'm telling you. These people, man, hey, man, these older folks do whatever they want, man. They just, I don't know. But at the same time, I had one of them older folks on me a few years ago about how. But that's the way I was raised. Oh, you can just shake it off. My ass shook it off for years. Meanwhile, I should have been seeing specialists and figuring out what the hell was wrong instead of just shaking it off. That's what shaking it off got me was now I can't get the treatments, can't get myself in remission because I've waited so long and let it get so progressed that I'm fighting an uphill battle. But I'm fighting, so that's what matters, right? That's what your friend has to do. They're just going to have to decide that, look, this is a fight and that they're going to win it and that they're going to fight. You hear me? I ain't never laid down for a fight in my life. And I've lost some fights. Like I said, I've had my jaw broke. I had my ass whooped before. I've lost some fights, but I ain't never laid down for not a one of them. So I ain't going to lay down for this one either. So here's the thing. I want y'all to think about this. So now I've been told that I need to be kind of talking about the disease of MS and trying to figure out how to be like a spokesperson for it or speak out about it. And this is something other people suggested. But here's my thing. Here's my concern, okay? There's like no testing ahead of time for MS until you either start having the severe symptoms or in a lot of the cases of the women that I've been meeting online, talking in groups and studies here locally, because I'm going through this. So there's other people going through it too, right? So we talk. I've found that at least 70% of the women got treated for it early before they ever had progressive stages of it. So they're still almost perfectly healthy. You know, they still have it, but their treatments got them maintained because they detected it when they were pregnant. Most of them in their early 20s to early 30s. While they were pregnant, when they did the ultrasound, it showed up that they had lesions on their spinal cord. So they did further tests and found out they had MS. So therefore, they started taking treatments then before they had symptoms of their legs not working or their hands not working. Well, guess how many men have childbirth? Huh? Can you guys guess how many men give birth to babies? None. So the chances of a man getting early detected because of those scans is like next to none. The only way is if you get blessed with like multiple kidney stones or some other thing. Meanwhile, what aggravates me was that I've been in the hospital numerous times for numerous different things: gunshot wounds, stabs, car ran into, pushed through. You know what I mean? I've had lots of stuff that you'd think they would have seen it on me until it got to the point that it did. But part of the problem was I was incarcerated during part of that time. And during that time, they didn't check any of that stuff. So there went, you can check 7 to 8 years, 10 years up to that. So my thing is on the streets, how do we start early detection for MS? How do they start testing ahead of time? How do you smart people in the chat, how do the scientists out there in this world start developing testing for this for everyone, not just men, but women also, to where you get a handle on it before it gets a hold of you so bad that it's an uphill battle. So that's my goal right now. What do we need to do to get that going? You know what I mean? What scientists do I need to start funding? I mean, do you work for silver or gold? Do you need cash? What do we need to do? Not just for me, but for the future. It's too late for me. You know what I mean? You're reading that right off the website. But this is what I'm saying. That website tells you that. But it will also tell you this. It is something that's already in you. Okay, it's in your body. It's just when it wakes up. It's like a sleeping disease. So my thing is this: we need to figure out a way to screen for it or test for it for everyone, like in their 20s, right? Because when it goes as far as mine has undetected, it is just an absolute uphill battle. You wake up one day and all of a sudden you can't move your legs and you can't move your arm and you can't, you know what I mean? It's a shitty place to be in. So how do we get testing and research done to keep it from getting to that stage? Big Sexy in the building. Hey, Big Sexy, we got to be PG friendly. I met some young folks today at Dollar Tree here in Oklahoma City, And they hooked us up with a bag of change that they were cashing in their piggy bank to get some goodies from the store. So we've been searching the coins that we got from them. So their folks had followed the YouTube channel, so we want to, got to keep the banana hammock under wraps. DRB1 Gene. Yeah, they can screen for it to an extent. It's different though. I mean, as somebody that's going through it, I'm telling you. Even with me, whenever they wanted to make sure, they kept retesting and retesting. And something inside of me already knew. I heard them talking. Doctors will talk outside the room like you're not in the room hearing. You hear me? Furry not here, so I'm not putting on the banana hammock. Oh man, she's been looking for you. She gonna be disappointed she missed you. She's been asking, where's Shaw's at? You have to get over there to Whatnot and bookmark the shows. She's been over there running around without you. So if they find it, they can start doing scans after it. Well, there you go. Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's great. But you would think for sure if it was in my genes and they were going to find it. So here's the thing. Back in 2019, COVID hit town, right? 2020, they were locking everybody down about it. Well, my mom was in stage 4 cancer. She was taking treatments. And in order to go take her to the treatments or to be able to go up there, you had to go get a COVID shot. Wanted everybody to take one, including her. Even though I wanted to be able to go up there and I wanted to be able to be there with her, refused to take the shot. Refused, want to fight with the doctors about it. I was like, look, I will take you to court and sue you. You know what I mean? So they took my blood and they did whatever with it. And they came back and they asked me if I would sign a thing. I signed a thing telling them they could use my blood to do researches for vaccines on COVID because I can't catch COVID. I've never had the vaccine. My mom caught COVID twice around me. I never caught it, never caught a cough, never nothing. I've been around lots of people with COVID, never got it. So something already in me genetically is immune to COVID. So they were already working with my blood. You'd think they'd have known, right? I mean, during all that, nothing showed up, really. I mean, I just, I don't know. There's a lot of blank spots that I don't understand. A lot of holes that it falls through. I'm just saying there has to be a better method. It should not get to the point where you lose the use of your legs before they figure out there's something wrong. You know what I mean? Granted, I'll give them props. I mean, I had been shot in my leg, so I already had a problem with my leg, and I was already walking with a limp. What happened? You get it, but have zero sympathy. Right? Well, there you go. Or symptoms. There you go. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got no symptoms. I ain't never lost my taste. I ain't never, had no weird craziness. I do get colds and I get sick sometimes. I'm not going to say I don't get sick. I'm just going to say I ain't never had the COVID. I get colds and I get, I got allergies. I get the little flu every once in a while like everybody else does. But I ain't never had no COVID or no craziness. And whatever was going on with my blood was important enough that they wanted permission to be able to work with it to fix things for people that needed help. So, I don't know. Two little kids got their shot here, and now their mother is being charged for their death. What? Well, that's crazy, man. Well, Shaws, you know what they say. There's always two sides to every story. So here's the deal. You said the mother got the children shots. So the children might have had a father like me that done told that mother that my kid ain't getting no shot. And then the mother, you know how the state looks at things, might have been like, well, I'm going to go give the kid a shot. And the kids went and got a shot, and the kids died. And that might be why her ass is in court, because the husband or ex-husband, the baby daddy, is now suing the shit out of her and pressing criminal charges because she went against what he wanted. That might be part of that story. I might have already kind of heard about some of this, so there might be more to the story. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Just saying. That might be why that woman particularly is going to court over other stuff. Because she might have went against the children's father's wishes, who had half custody of the kids. So now he may be taking her to criminal court to press charges against her civilly in a lawsuit because he lost his children to a woman that did something that he done told her ass not to do. See what I'm saying? Like I said, always two sides to every story. And that's part of the side to that story. It takes two people to make a baby. So when it comes time to make decisions on shots that can kill them, it should be a both-person decision. And sometimes people don't look at it that way. But I got a feeling at least somebody gonna figure it out, because I think she's gonna get the shit suit out of her. So not only did her kids die because of her dumbass decision, but she also gonna get sued and maybe go to jail over it. So she's gonna have time to think about that shit. Pardon my French. Meanwhile, terrible tragedy for the kids and for the father and for the whole family, you know what I mean, including the mother. But you know what? The dad told you he didn't want you giving his kids the jabs, and then you went ahead and insisted because your leftist friends at school told you it was a good idea. And then your babies end up dead. Well, you ain't got nobody to think but yourself. Now myself, my kids were adults, and I advised them against getting the shot. And I told them, if you get the shot, you know what I mean? You're doing it against me. You're telling you not to do it. You know, just don't know this is not a good idea. I did not think it was a great idea, but I'm not going to say that they listened. Some of them definitely went ahead and got the shot, so we'll see. Does that look like a D up there? Does that look like a mint mark up there, or just some craziness somebody put on it? We're going to flip it over and see the date. Let's see what we got. Now, why would people do that? Tell me, you all see that? Look there. Somebody done stamped a D up there and a P. They so confused. They got DP and an S. They put all three mint marks on it. Somebody tried to forge a war nickel. I don't even know what to think about that. Y'all just seen it. A forged war nickel. There ain't no other explanation. Yeah, Shaws, you and everybody else will find that I got not much mercy for women that do not, or men that do not respect what the other party in the child's life considers. And that's because I was a single dad for years and years. And for years and years, I still took into consideration what their moms thought. Even though they didn't have a legal say in it, I still thought of it. But at the moment I didn't have a legal say in it, then some of their moms just damn near, you know what I mean? They didn't have any of the same kind of respect back. So then they made me have to act a certain way to make them act right. See what I'm saying? Should never have to come to that. You know? Y'all should just be mutually figuring out stuff. They figured out quickly I am not that person. I don't compromise myself well. I'm not good at that. The judge figured that out. Everybody figured that out. So I think parents should work together the best they can, even if they're not together, for the interest of the children, because it is in children's best interest to have both parents, if possible, in their lives. And that's how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. That's all. $40 kids died on that. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Well, that's okay. You're going to have a whole generation of kids that ain't going to be able to have kids from that shot. They're already figuring all that out, too. You're going to have a whole bunch of non-baby having, sterile people. Everybody going to be like, what happened to generation? What? Hey, now here's my other question, y'all. I was born in the 70s, so I get to be a Gen Xer or a millennium and a both and a whatever else. Okay. How is this new generation, how do they call them the alpha generation? This is the biggest generation of pussies I ever seen in my life. They ever one of them Sigmas. You hear me? They ain't none of them alphas. How do they get the name alpha generation? How'd that happen? I mean, this is the generation that wears rainbow bright clothes and dyes their hair the colors of the rainbow. I just don't know, y'all. Somebody fill me in. Who gave them permission to get the nickname the Alpha Generation? I'm just saying I'm a little offended by it. I was in certain areas in life, they classify you as certain things, and I was classified as an alpha. And it was because I don't act like these people. So I don't know. Who gave them permission to have the name Alpha Generation? Well, who come up with that? I mean, I don't know. I think somebody needs to sit down at the drawing board and rethink it, because this is the softest generation ever born. How you gonna give them the Alpha Generation name? Oh, we might have a war nickel. Oh man, it's off to the side. Y'all, if that D would have been up there, it would have been this. The first part of 41 was non-silver, but there we go. 47 non-silver. 41 non-silver, but look for that right above the dome, and it would have been silver. Half of them that year were, half of them weren't. We got the half that wasn't. That's okay. Search continues. Meanwhile, I'd love to find some of these new nickels. That was my idea behind getting all these nickels. MJ had found one in a local store. I'd have went in and made him give me everything in the safe until I got all of them. Lucky I didn't know about it until later, because I'd go inside and be like, look, I need to buy all your change. You had a nickel in the drawer. You had a nickel in the drawer, so I need to buy all of your change so I can see what else you got. Of course, I'm not going to just take the change. I'll buy it. My neighbor the other day, she's so funny, so cute. She says, I don't have to buy quarters no more. I can just come to you and get change. See me lugging boxes of change up the stairs. All right, here we go. Let's see. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your booty on the floor. Come on, get down. Oh, I better stop. What now to get on to me about music? I'm not even a singer, but they will accuse me of it. Dirty dogs. No. All right, YouTube. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Holy cow. All right, I got to get off here and let my body relax. I'm going to reset the whatnot time over there, y'all. We'll do a coin roll hunt over there tonight so I can knock out the rest of these coins so we can get to that bank tomorrow and get more coins for the weekend. We're going to search till we can't search no more. Literally, it's my goal. We're going to search until we can't search no more, y'all. All right, remember this. I appreciate you. God loves you. Hey, if the young men get to watch this video, here are the 3 copper cents that we found that were really like collectibles. These would be worth at least 3 cents a piece. So the extra money I gave you, just consider that part of that, see? I knew there would be something cool in there. But these are copper, the Lincoln Memorial cents, and of course the Wheaties are copper. This one's colored red. So more than likely this went to a vendor where they worked at, and they painted their coins red so that they get their coins back when they put them in like the penny gum machine or penny slot machines they might have had in their store. That's why the coins are painted. Those are the vendor's coin to get back. And then, of course, we got the 83 Wheatie, Denver also. Got decent detail on the back. Both of those right there. We'll save those and we'll put those up on whatnot in a game or in an auction. That'll help me make back some of the money I spent on the change today and some of the gas we spent running around getting it. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. You young men that I met today at the Dollar Tree, I want y'all to keep learning about coins. Keep educating yourself. They were both so very, very smart. You can tell they do not watch cartoons. They watch the History Channel. They were knowledgeable about things. I love it. Keep on growing in knowledge, all of y'all. Remember this, God loves you. I appreciate you. Sympathetic I can be. Feel sorry for people, I do not. Meanwhile, I'm somebody that's just going to keep it real. So I want y'all to join us over on whatnot. Like I said, remember to keep your heads up, your feet down, keep reaching for your stars, and keep stacking that silver and gold. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.